That's our Zoom is up and now we'll start. There we go. Tanji Kiowa. Hello, how are you all? Welcome to Homelands, originally broadcast on CFCR 90.5 FM in Saskatoon, Homelands of the Métis and Treaty 6 territory. This is your favorite auntie, Andrea Letting Dishnikashun. My name is Andrea. Call me Auntie Andy if you like, and I'll be your host over this next hour. So today we're here with David Fineday, and he is a frequent guest on Homelands, and he is a 60 Scoop survivor. He is a hereditary descendant of the great war chief Fineday, and survived homelessness, and is an advocate for those who are unhoused. And he talks about all kinds of issues. And so, welcome, David.
Howdy, Tanse. Oh, glad to be back again. Um, I feel a little better today. My housing situation, I'm in a care home now, and it's a pretty good place. Good people in there, but it's a way, way, way on the edge of town. And I'm too far away from 20th Street, my home. And I really miss it. I only get to come back once or twice a week, 3 times a week maybe. But I'm trying to move back into the neighborhood. I really want to be on 20th Street. I've always lived there, so I survived a lot of things going through 20th Street. I see a lot of people going through the same problems, the same things that I went through, and them turning around and walking away, which I did a few times, but then I met some people from Equal Justice for All, and they took me in and they trained me how to be an advocate and how to talk properly and how to do what do you call it, rentalsman stuff, uh, social services stuff, where they showed me manuals and everything. It was cool. So I learned to talk their talk, where a lot of people, young people don't understand all that stuff. So they just turn around and they just walk away and they're homeless. End of story. But that's the starting of a new story when you're out there on the street. You can write all that other stuff off goodbye. Your first 18 years of your life, when you get kicked out of the system, when you can't come out of the correctional centers, runaways, people coming off the reserves at 18 because there's not too much to do on the reserve. Then you head out here, come to the cities, and there's no help from any reserve. My reserve doesn't help me. In 50 years, they haven't helped me. So I don't know why. It's really something to see all these kids being ignored, not given the right to have a good house, to have a family, to have a job. That's one roadblock they face. As soon as they get out 18. I ran into a young man the other day on the street. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I turned 18. My mom and dad kicked me out. And this was a white boy. Yeah. So it happens to everybody. 18. Boom. I hope he's safe. I hope he's good. Just a young kid. I don't know if he had any special needs or anything like that, but to be able to be put out in that situation at that age, where you got a bag of your belongings that you grew up with. Uh, you don't get a job, you don't get a place to stay. So you grab a blanket and you go make your own little place. And that's where I don't like it because they tear down all your stuff and they throw everything in the garbage. Everything that you had for the first 18 years in your life. Imagine these people that lived out there for 30, 40 years. They lose all their stuff time after time after time after time. That's when they give up. They don't have no hope, so they'll just keep building their house again. Their tents, their little private little places until they can figure out that maybe we need to go back a few hundred years and to give our people tents, small little places to live, not one bedrooms, two bedrooms, where people are out there that can help take care of them, just like in a circle. People will be going around every day. You okay? What do you need? Do you need to go anywhere? Are you hungry? Do you need some clothes? There's already people doing that out there, but it could be done more and more. Bridge City Warmth, I really thank them for being out there. There's a few other groups out there too that are in it for the people. You can tell when they go out there. There's no bossing anywhere, anybody around. What are you doing here? How come you're here? What do you want? No, they're out there with big hearts, willing to talk and listen to you and give you a free clothes or a sandwich or coffee. Mm-hmm. It's really something to see people out there doing that. And then you see these billionaires and these millionaires who just walk right by, or they don't even walk by, they go around. They, they, they don't even look at 20th Street. An old man once told me that. He said, yeah. I said, look at that. It's right here. Look at, there's a 3-story house. There's 14 bedrooms in there. How many bathrooms, dining room, living rooms? Yeah. Look at, and he lives in there. That old man lives in there. He says, yeah. And there's a fence. On the other side of that fence, there's a run-down, dilapidated old house. And there's 15 people sleeping in there, living in there. And yet that guy lives right across the fence. How come he won't invite somebody in? That's really something. First Nations way, they would be, yeah, let's go make a teepee. Let's go make another teepee. Oh, we need 5 teepees. They didn't just kick you out into the bushes or whatever. They tried to help everybody. They realized that housing was a right for everybody. And then colonialism came here and we didn't have our teepees no more. But housing is still a right, a human right. It's also a treaty right. So where are things slipping? I want to create what would you call it? A nomadic place for our people to say, have a camp on the east side, have a camp on the west side, have a camp on the north side, a camp on the south side. We're nomadic people. We've always been that way. And that blood runs in all of us. That's why there's so many nomadic people out there. You were stayed in one place for 6 months. You stayed in another place for 2 months. You stayed in another place for 3 months. It's in our blood. I feel that all the time, where I have to just put my shoes on and let my just go wherever my shoes take me. Sometimes it takes a day, couple hours. Sometimes it takes a week. But I have to get that nomadic out of my system. And it's hard. When you're homeless, you're always there. You don't have a place to settle down for a month. You're kicked out in 2, 3 days. All your stuff is taken. It's quite something. Doing conferences and stuff like that. I do a conference on the 23rd and the 24th. It's with FSIN. Um, it's really something to see how much money they're given, how many millions of dollars everybody's given, and nothing ever hits the street. No houses, maybe some winter clothes, a sandwich, some soup, coffee. We just see the nickels and dimes. Where's all those millions going? Whose pocket's getting nice and full while they sit there and just look at all these homeless people? What about all these billions of dollars coming off our land? How come they can't help us? How come they can't help these street people? I've been doing some studying, looking into all of this, all over North America. Saskatoon is worried about 2,000, 3,000 homeless people. Everybody's getting upset about it. Go down south, go across the border. Philadelphia, Boston, Detroit. What are they going to do when there's 30,000 people out on the street? I hope it doesn't get that bad. They can have all these wars and spend billions of dollars on that. Why can't they spend it on these homeless people? Or I hate to bring up this word, but genocide. We're still dying, getting sick. Our treaty rights aren't being met. Our human rights aren't being met. So who do we talk to? Where do we go? I've been on that trail for a long time. And like I said, a million there, a million, 2 million, 5 million over there, a billion for the next 20 years. When I can see them taking people off the street and people coming up to me and say, David, I got a home. David, I got a house. That's when I'll be happy. Instead of, yeah, David, we got kicked out. Yeah, we went to Rentalsman and we got kicked out. We took it to King's Bench Court and we still got kicked out. I'm still waiting to hear from the ombudsman on that. I'm also waiting to hear from pro bono lawyers to see about the legalities of them tearing down encampments. I'm waiting to hear from them. They're supposed to send me, they did a study in Regina about tearing down all these encampments, and I never got an answer, the latest answer, so I'm still waiting for that. Also, like I said, there's people bouncing out of 18 on the reserves. probably 10 people every month come off a reserve. So you figure there's 74 reserves, so that's 700 at least people coming off all these reserves. How many of them are going to stay on reserve and work if you don't have an education? So you go to the bigger city and you look for, oh, that little bit of hope, and you don't find it. All of a sudden you're homeless and you're hungry and you're lonely and all that. What do? You just join the street people. You find out places where you can eat and sleep. Maybe get a shower once in a while. Otherwise, you're in survival mode. I don't see anybody in survival mode that's not on the street. They don't know what survival mode is. When you don't have a pillow under your head, when you don't have dry shoes and socks on, when you curl up on a bench somewhere or in a back alley or in a stairwell. Or yeah, come in, bro. You can sleep in a corner over there. How do you know what's going to happen? How do you know you're going to be safe? Yeah, that there's a lot of things survival mode kicks into you. A lot of people out there, they don't deserve that. Well, nobody deserves that. They should be respected, just like these people with these $1,000 suits and $1,000 gowns. They just look down on you. And that look is the worstest feeling in the world. I'm visually impaired, but I feel all those stares, all those looks. Instead of doing that, why can't they help out? Tell who, the liberal government, the progressive, or whoever that is, or or I can't even remember.
Sass Party, yeah.
Sass Party, yeah. They won't even listen to me. I've tried to talk to them. Yeah, I've even went down to Regina and I couldn't even talk over there. I've applied or signed up for City Hall to talk more, and I still haven't been able to talk there since last January. So I don't know. But I'm going to start having rallies again, and they have to be involved. They have to come out and listen to us. She came out and listened to us once and came and talked, but she needs to come out and talk some more. And other people who can listen to us, who can help us. Not just say, oh, yeah, good. You guys got good ideas. Okay, see you later. We need people to help us with those good ideas. To say, okay, let's do it. And then if we get the right people, train the right people, people from the communities to help run these programs, to say, hey, look at, they hired me to do this. Put in a proposal. Maybe you can get a grant to do this and a grant to do that. In Pleasant Hill, we've done that. And we've got grants up there. And it's awesome to see people come in and join in and help just to be part of Jam On, Smudge On, where we get groups of people. Like I said, I do a smudge program every weekend, and people just come in. They're glad to come and sit down by a fire and come and have a smudge and a prayer and talk with other people in the community who have the same problems. It's a sharing circle where everybody can talk. Nobody butts in on anybody. Nobody gives anybody a rough time. Just talk, let out your feelings. Jam on too. We started, I believe, in July, where we take some guitars and we go out to the community and we sit on the street. And anybody walking by, come on in. Do you know how to play guitar? Do you know how to play a fiddle? Do you know how to play a harmonica? Yeah, it's open season for music when we do that. And we started out, I think, with 4 or 5 people, the first one, and then it went to 8, 10. I don't even know how much was there the last time we had. And it's all fun, just um, getting the neighborhood to be a neighborhood, getting people together, have them laughing and singing and dancing and eating, bringing back the circle. That's what I'm going to keep pushing and pushing. Bring back our circle. Help us heal. I go to many sharing circles now, and I lead some too. And some of the stories that come out of there are horrendous. Usually there's somebody else in the circle who went through that problem, and all of a sudden you're talking. All of a sudden that person over there too went through that problem. And then it branched into this problem and this problem. And pretty soon the whole circle is just talking. Everybody walks away. Oh, hey, I feel better now. I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. And it usually works. There's setbacks, but they come back and they realize it. And they'll come and smudge and pray. And they'll get back on the right track. And that's the thing that people don't see when people change their lives. From being street to being a human being. Yeah. Not saying that they're not human beings, they're human beings, but people look down on them because they're out there. I like walking with them. Come on, let's go for a coffee. Come on, let's go for a talk. Yeah. I don't know if you know the word verbal diarrhea, where I've gotten people to start talking that never talked before, to come to me and start talking and talk and talk. And then tears come out. And they get this that little cry for help, help. So I listen to them and I start them. Hopefully, I start them on a healing journey. They walk away. They stand up straight. They feel better. Then somewhere on their trail, till their next smudge in prayer, somebody will knock them down. Why? Everybody needs to be helped. I don't care if you got in a $2,000 suit or a gown. People need help too. Everybody needs help. Just people show it in different ways. They do it in different ways. Or they don't do it in any way. They just walk away. They just look the other way. That's where I have a problem. I can't look the other way. I don't want to lose no more people out there, especially now that the average age out there has gone down 10 to 15 years, from 30 to 40 to 15 to 25. And that's sad to see all those young kids out there lost, who were never shown respect, never given a good job, a good education, taught how to live everyday life. Spirituality, that's what I call it. Took me a long time to get that all together in my head, but that's what it is, spirituality. Everyday living where you have the creator to pray to thank for everything, and then you can go on with your life because the creator will bless you with stuff, with things. He'll show you the right path. But people, all these young people were never shown that. They were never shown respect. When you don't have respect, when you were never shown it, how can you, how can you give it out if you don't even know what respect is? Get out of here. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. What's that? Oh, howdy. Hey, what's up? How are you feeling today? You gonna go for coffee? Some people will go, some people won't. There's people that are ready to heal and people that are scared. They've been turned down so many times, it's to the point where they don't even care. And that's what you see out there. Go and care. It's not their fault they're out there. It's not their fault that there's nothing in the community for them to do but to walk around on the streets, to go do their drugs, go do whatever, because there's nothing out there for them to do. If more people came out there and helped, and if we could bring a smudge out there every day, if we could bring jam on out there every day, dance on, where we can create a troupe of dancers, singers, drum on. These are all things that I have ideas that I'm trying to make out there. And brother even said, dream on. I was like, what? And he said, yeah, we'll open up a center where they can just come and sleep and have good dreams.
I
I
love that.
thought that was a good idea. Yeah, dream on.
All right. Well,
That
with that, we'll just take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. So you're listening to Homelands, and David Fineday is talking about dreaming on and all kinds of other great things. So don't switch that dial. We'll be right back.
yeah, I started thinking about that. Smudge on, jam on, dance on. That was a little kid's idea.
I love that.
Well, what about dance on? He's like, right on. And then Chris, that's what he said. Well, what about dream on?
Let's see what we had. Um, look at my calendar here. So this will be Thursday.
And this will be on tomorrow morning or next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Yeah, we're a week ahead.
Okay.
All right. W- Welcome back to Homelands. You're hosted by Auntie Andy, Andrea Letting, and we're here with David Fineday. And he was just before the commercial break talking about Dream On. So, all kinds of iterations of Smudge On. So, go ahead, David. Keep sharing.
Yeah, I'm dreaming. I've been in the city for a long time, and I was in Riversdale at first, and I seen all these problems happening, all these people getting mad, all the citizens getting mad at all the kids, all the First Nations people out there. So I stepped into Riversdale Association, and they listened to me. They made hockey teams, they made ball teams, track and field. They had neighborhood sports league where the whole neighborhood was invited every day at 3 o'clock from 3 till 6. And we had people out there that were substance abusers, were alcoholics, kids that were kicked out of school, um, a lot of people like that who didn't get along with people in the neighborhood. So I started the neighborhood sports league, and I invited everybody, anybody that wanted to come there. Sometimes we'd have 50 people there. People from the street. They wouldn't be drunk, they wouldn't be high. They'd wait every day. They waited till 3 o'clock. They had so much fun there. From old people, elders, come and sit there and watch, and they tried to play ball too, and middle-aged people down to kids. Everybody interacted together, and everybody, all you heard was laughing and so much fun. That's what we need more of out there to bring the community together, especially families like that. Back in the 80s, there was family groups out there, and they would be playing family group against family group, like 10, 15 people in each family. And nobody fought. They all, yeah, yep, they'd have take lunches out there, whatever. They'd be out there for 3, 4 hours, and then, whew, right on. Then everybody went home. That's one thing you don't see out there today. I wish we could go to the communities and say, okay, who wants to be a coach? And Triple CP has a coaching program where they can go to teach them how to talk to the kids, how to arrange a ball game, how to arrange a soccer game, how to coach kids, depending how far you want to go. Start at the community level, go up to semi-pro, go up to the professional level, go to all these games what they're having, winter games, summer games. They all take different levels of coaching. Yeah. I wish there was they wish they could come into the community and do that. Just like what we did in Riversdale. We coached, how many of us went in there? 6 of us, I believe. 5 or 6 of us went in there. And we all came out and we did stuff on the street. We got funding for it, but after the first, I don't even know why. We did awesome all summer long for 2 months. It was just awesome. And then we were just shut down. I think we were having too much fun for them to see. And the lives were, it was fun. Everybody, no matter who it was, nobody hollered at anybody, nobody called anybody down. Everybody cheered for everybody. Little kids cheering for the old people. Everybody was cheering when you hit the ball. one story about that. It's a very funny story. A young man used to come there and he'd sit there and watch us all the time, but he'd never get up and play. One day he got up. He said, "Yeah, I'll try bat." He got up there and I don't know. He never hit a ball. I don't know if he just did that or whatever. But every time he went up to bat, all you heard, swish, swish. So that's what his nickname was. That's what he got his nickname, Swish. And he still has that nickname today. But it's things like that where people can have happy memories, good laughs, so they can be a community, not be locked up in your house. You can't do that. You can't go there. What are you doing? There's lots of ball fields out there. There's a soccer pitch in Riversdale. There's track and fields. It's endless what we could do out there. We just have to have the right people to get in there and get funding or put programs together like that so that they can be done. Every time there's a good program that comes out, whether it's sports, housing, anything like that, yeah, the right people aren't putting out those programs. Sometimes there's a couple right people in there, but when everybody's not on the same page, then it doesn't work, and then it gets shut down. I just went through that where since September I was homeless. Um, I got rentalsmen or King's Bench Court to let me stay in that place till January 31st. So I started looking for places in October. I had applications that I people filled out on computers, viewings that I went to, and it took until February 19th to find a place where I am in right now. And now I find out that that program that assisted me is being cut off, probably already is cut off right now. And if I wouldn't have had them, I'd still be out there. I'd still be homeless. I had to go look at stuff way in LaRange Road in Lawson Heights. That's like an hour's drive from downtown here. Yeah, I went and seen a lot of places, filled in a lot of applications. Finally, I found it. So I don't know. They once they put programs out there, if they're helping people, let them be out there. I know there's lots of people out there who don't have that ability to go view places, who can't fill out applications, who can't go online and do that. You don't have the proper ID. You don't have your income tax assessment, your proof of income, a home address, references from your last landlord, if you even had a landlord. Then you have to pay a rent that's $1,000 or more, plus damage deposit. When you're on the budget that these people are on, there's no way that you can afford that. I think that was in July. No, that would have been in February, about a year ago. I got a letter from the government. David, We're giving you $257 for your rent. Wow. I get a letter from my landlord. Oh, we just raised your rent $300. So what do you do? I'm still out 400 or $43 that I still have to pay extra. How do they know that we're getting extra money for our rent? They're making it more and more hard for people to rent places. And they're making it more easier for there to be more houseless people. And as long as they keep doing that, well, why complain about homelessness, houselessness, when you're creating it yourself? The government's creating it. All these landlords, all these people that are making millions, $16 million a year. All these big corporations that are getting billions and billions. That we don't see too. That goes to another country somewhere. All the potash. They reap the rewards, but we never see it. Nickels and dimes, like I said. Big committees that sit there for 3, 4 hours. I don't know what they get paid, but I don't see them volunteering anywhere on the street. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna come, we're gonna help you do this and this. They talk about it, but you never see them on the street. I wish city council came and hung around on the street a little bit more to catch the real drift of everything, the hardships, the sorrow, the sadness, the loneliness. Sure, you can go on your 36-hour homeless thing, but you're not in survival mode because at the end of those 36 hours, you're going to go home and you're going to have that nice hot meal and that nice warm bed to sleep on. So you don't have to worry about it. Drop everything in your house. Drop your house and go and live out there like that. No friends, nothing. See what if you can put it in survival mode and see how you can do. You don't have no rich grandparents, inheritances, houses, cars, a job. Check it out. I'd like to see anybody come out there and try it out and see how it feels to be out there for 1 month. Never mind 24 hours, 36 hours. See how it is to not have anything for 1 month. The mayor, the city council, the Sask party, NDP, progressive, PC. Come talk to me. Come on, I'll take you for a tour. Not just what you read in the books, not what you see on TV. Lots of it you see on TV, it's real life. All the bad things. But there's a reason because there's nothing good out there for these people. So how can you feel good when all you do is walk around and go do drugs, go drink, walk around in dirty clothes, hungry? What do you do? I wish somebody could come up and talk to me and say, well, why don't we do this? I got $1 million. I'd say, well, let's go to 20th Street. Let's go do it. Let's go put up some little, even those little tool sheds, they're what, 8 by 8? Yeah. What's wrong with putting out 20 of those somewhere? And then 20 more somewhere else, then 20 more in each neighborhood. instead of people wandering around all over Saskatoon where people don't want them, where people complain about them all the time. Make something for them to do. They need drop-in centers. They need mental health centers. People with substance abuse, all of that. Not to say, yeah, I need help. Okay, I need help. Can you help me? Put my name. Yeah. 6 months later, you get called for help. What is that? A lot of people don't even make it that long. Yeah. If you need help right now, you need help right now. You can't be put off. That's another thing, to be put off. Yeah. Oh, you're on a waiting list. If they were so anxious to deal with this homelessness, you wouldn't be put on a list. You wouldn't be put on a waiting list. They'd say, yeah, come on. We have these places over here. We have a place over here. And they'd help you find a place, get into it. And if you do need support, they'll help you with support too. But it has to be the right people out there to tell you all of this. Not go here, go there. You need this, you need that. Let the people figure out what they need at the speed where it's going to help them. They're not going to get discouraged and confused and say, oh, I'm out of here. It has to be done at their level. That's why people from the neighborhood, they've all been through that. That's why they have to train people from the neighborhood, our relatives, our aunts, our uncles, our cousins, our nieces, our nephews. They need to be trained so that they can help us. That's our future. All those people, all those young people out there. If you don't treat them right, they're not going to treat you right. That's why they're there. They never got treated right. That's the only place where they feel they can be treated right is from other brothers and sisters out on the street. That's a big family and they all stick together. And they all help each other out the best way they can. They protect each other. All these encampments that you see, they're all relatives in those camps. They feed each other, they protect each other, they show each other where to go. Come on, we can do this over here today. Maybe tomorrow we can go over there and we'll check it out. That's the only hope that they have, is just to live day by day. They don't have that hope that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in a nice house, nice warm bed, and I'm gonna have nice porridge in the morning and KD for supper and maybe a beef steak. And they wait for a bowl of soup, a sandwich every day. And if they're too late, they're out of luck. So you go to the next place. Maybe you get some luck there. But that's only one meal a day. For some people, it's not enough. For the kids out there, it's not enough. For all the for all the elders that are out there, all the pregnant women. There's pregnant women out there. I think the ones Jeez. I think some of them might have had their babies already by Christmas time and in January. So, but I pray for all those people that society looks away the other way. It's sad to see that happen when they look the other way. They don't see the tears, all the sadness, the loneliness out there. And that's what hurts me when you see all those people out there like that. That's why I have to go out there. There's a few of us that go walking out there now, go buy coffee just to go talk, to pass out a cigarette. You wouldn't believe what a cigarette, giving somebody a cigarette does, man. Mm-hmm. Just, hi, how are you doing? That's all you have to do, not walk away. 500 years ago, 1492, when Christopher Columbus came here, what if we would have turned around and walked the other way when people couldn't live in this new land? They didn't know how to live. But First Nations people knew how to live, how to eat, how to survive, how to collect medicines from the ground, from the earth. They helped many, many people when they came across. And now we've been invaded and our lands have been stolen and we're out there. What can be done about it? That's the truth. All our lands got stolen. Why is that? How, how can how can people do that to us? First Nations people. And that's not only in North America, Turtle Island. That's all around the world, where people come in there. No, we want this. Bring in guns and kill people. Start wars. It's like what's happening right now. What's going to happen in the future? Canada's trying to stay out of it. If you noticed the other day, um, what's his name from the States? He got a threat. Watch it, or you're going to be taken out. That's what they told him. But that was right on the news. So what happens? What are they going to do then? Are they going to bomb the U.S. of A? Are they going to bomb Turtle Island? Yeah, it's always a thing to think about. Now, when you see all that happening on the news, I think about it, and I think about what about all these young people? What are they going to do? How are they going to survive? Probably all those street people, they're already on survival mode. They'll know how to survive. What about all these people with big jobs, big houses, cars? When everything goes broke, what's going to happen? No more jobs, no more vehicles. Oh, no power for your house. Oh, no gas for your house. Oh, you're going to be cold. What's going to happen? Lots of people are going to be in survival mode, but are they going to make it? I hope I taught my kids well enough that they can go out and survive and they can teach my grandchildren, my great grandchildren. I have three of them already, and I hope they don't ever have to go through what I went through. That's why I'm out there, so I can help everybody. Took me a long time to realize that I needed help. and I got it, and I still need help. I'm still healing. I'll never quit healing. But I see other people who need that help, and I can help them a little bit. Offer them a cigarette, offer them a coffee, offer them an ear. That's how you start to heal. And you can sit down with somebody and, wow. And then after, you get up and you go give them a real big hug. Yeah. Some people are scared of that. They've never been hugged. They've never had nobody touch them, punch them out, beat them up. So they don't want to be touched, called down, sworn at. So they turn around and walk away. But if you can give them an ear, oh, really? Oh man, I feel sorry for you. How would you like to, what would you like to do? Yeah. Sit there and talk for half an hour, an hour. You get up, you feel much better because somebody listened to you. Somebody actually, hey, what's up? And when you're done talking, turn around and give them a big hug. Like I said, lots of people are scared of that. Took me a while to get used to it, but now that's what I love, hugging people. I've been brothers, sisters out on the street. Go hug a sister, go hug a sister, go hug a brother. Are you gay? I've been told that how many times because I go hug a brother. What's wrong with that? Anybody out there, everybody deserves a hug. Everybody deserves a prayer. Everybody deserves an ear to talk into. That's why I'm out there. I try and do that. And if I can lead people in the right way, yeah, that's good. But you don't force them, you lead them, you help them. Just help them out. If they need you as an advocate just to sit there, I go sit there. And then they talk. And they know that I'm sitting here. And if anybody tries to say anything, hey, just let them finish talking. It's like in talking circles, sharing circles. We have a stick that we give give everybody. Everybody gets a chance to hold that stick. Everybody gets a chance to let it all out. Sometimes there's laughter. Sometimes it's serious. Sometimes there's many teardrops, anger, but you walk away feeling much better because somebody in there will always talk to you. I want to say, hey, I just went through that. Well, you know, it's endless how you can heal like that.
Well, it's a beautiful place to end. So thank you so much for sharing today,
Yes.
David. And yeah, all you need to do is listen to someone to help them heal.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Give them
Yeah,
an ear.
exactly. All right. Well, you've been listening to David Fineday on Homelands, and join us next week. You can always catch this episode on YouTube if you missed it. We have a station, a channel there, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, shucks. Anna. Oh, I forgot. My care home.
Uh-huh.
I told her about that, and she said, "Really?" And she looked at it on Facebook and she listened to them. And she says, "Well, next time you go do that, you give a shout out to me, okay?" I forgot about
Well,
that.
it's on the, I'm still recording on the YouTube, so she'll be on the channel, even if she's not
Oh,
on the radio.
okay.
Shout out.
Yeah, to Anna.
To Anna. All right. There we go.
Right.